All righty. Okay. Hello, YouTube. I've been kind of struggling with some issues here, and I think I got them solved. So let us start again. But first, I want to get the lighting right here. So this will work out a little bit. This is the other half of my studio, and today I want to talk about how toxic is America because this thing has been kind of floating around in my mind for a while. How toxic is America? Because I've been undergoing detoxification for the last 2 years of my life. So, I think a lot about toxins. It's a constant, everyday uh, struggle, really, to identify toxins in the body and learning how to get them out of the body. That is really my mandate, if you want to call it that, at this time. This is what I do daily because it's very important. Because America has poisoned the heck out of everybody. There's poisons everywhere in this country. America has got to be one of the most toxic countries ever. And I'm going to talk about that. I mean, this is really a very, very long subject. It is really becoming mostly the foundation of a lot of my work now, as far as researching how to cure the human body and how to rid ourselves of all these diseases. Um, Doctors ain't doing it. I don't believe they're ever going to do it, but they're making money off of you if you go to them. Okay, I just don't think that way anymore. Everything about me has changed because I have been detoxifying my body to cure myself of every problem that have had over the years. The only thing I can't reverse is receding gums. That's a big, huge bummer, but it's okay. Many other problems I've been able to successfully remedy through this detoxification process. But at any rate, toxins, how many of them do we face every day? Well, it's a lot of them I know about, a lot of them I don't know about very much, but there is a lot of toxins to talk about in America. So I'm going to start with something that I've heard about, the conspiracy theorists. They always have a lot of ideas. I heard some celebrities speak on this idea, and that is chemtrails. Chemtrails, those trails you see, that planes streaking across the sky at maybe 50,000 feet. You don't even know. He's just way up there. You can't even hardly see the plane, but you see this billowing of vapors just coming out of the end of the plane, and they streak across the sky, and sometimes they zigzag, and you wonder what's going on with that. So uh rumor has it that they're spraying chemicals, they're poisoning us. um yeah, they could be. I don't know for sure. I don't know of any detailed information or reliable information on which plane took out of which Air Force base and dumped its load, or whoever could be doing it. I don't know. But at any rate, I believe that's it's not something that should be discounted. We should always consider that. Not much we can do about it except in our detoxification efforts. But anyway, that's one of the ways that we are poisoned. And incidentally, I live close an airport, so one of the things that I noticed, and this I see with my own eyes, I can see this going on, and that is whenever you see aircraft landing at any major airport in America, one of the things that they do, which is a common practice, is they dump the contents of their fuel. I don't know how much they dump, But apparently, this is in an effort to lighten the weight of the plane and to also hopefully cut down on any major fires should the plane crash as it lands. So, landing is an important thing, but if you look up in the daytime and you see these planes flying in, not all of them, but on some of them, you will see a stream of fluid coming out of the ends of the wings. And that is where the fuel is located in the wings of the aircraft. And they can hit a switch and it'll dump right out the ends of the wings. And so they have that kind of control. They can do that. And then, of course, if you live beneath the airport, guess what? If you're in the path, guess what? It's just right over your house every day, all day long, sometimes all night long, dumping fuel. I don't know if the people under there really think about it. It's a nice area, it's nice houses under there. But you got these aircraft coming in, and there's three runways, so there's three approaches, and they're dumping this fuel. I live kind of close to. So, but I'm off to one side. I'm more off to one side of it. But I don't know. The wind could blow either way. There's the vapors. So anyway, chemtrails and fuel vapors. Let's go on. We're talking about toxins today. Um, I have a list here, so I'm going to try to work my way forward. Let's look back at things like intentional poisonings that America has done. Through and then what I'm talking about is experimentations that they like to. Some people like to experiment on you. And they give you a disease. America is good at this because ask the Native Americans when they first got blankets from the Europeans. Sometimes the blankets had polio. It's a good way to get rid of everybody without having to fight them. So that would be under the title of chemical warfare, biological warfare, that sort of thing. Poisoning people intentionally to kill them off, just get rid of them. They did that with the Native Americans, and they also did that with the African Americans in the Tuskegee experiment. More toxins, give you a disease, and then lie to you and say, "Hey, we're going to treat you," and then they just sit and watch you die, watch your family die, get infected. I don't know why they do this. There's some diabolical individuals on this planet that do these sorts of things, but that's what they do. These are toxins in our environment. We're not all scot free yet. There's more. So, um, let's go on to the massive poisonings going on in America. Massive. And I'm just talking about in America. This is going on around the world, but in America, it's really heavy duty. So we're gonna go to the grocery store. What is in there? My goodness, full of toxins. Um, in America, you have many what they call food manufacturers. You have these big companies that love to cook food and to package food and to preserve food and to freeze food and to sell it to you, and then in the process of them packaging this stuff from this factory, they realize they want to make sure that it lasts long enough to get to the store shelves so you can pick it up off the shelf and you can take it home and you can eat it. Are there toxins in there? Yeah, there's a lot of toxins, and because they, I don't really have a whole list of the things, but trisodium phosphate. It's in cereal. It's in a lot of breakfast cereal. I don't know. I've used trisodium phosphate. I used to buy it by the box, but I would use it to be cleaning up when I was doing cleanup work in the construction industry, and it was good for, like, taking burn marks off of walls. Trisodium phosphate. You mix it in water, make a nice solution. It cleans really good. Trisodium phosphate, but I never thought about eating it. But if you eat breakfast cereal, you're eating it. I'll have to do a little bit more research to find out how bad it is. I'm not quite sure, but sodium in and of itself is really not the greatest stuff for you. So you even got to be careful with what kind of sodium you eat, because table salt, it'll kill you. It'll flat out kill you. Table salt will kill you. I'm just telling you. I think Chris Rock said it once. He said, "You know what? Salt kills more black men than cops." Nobody complains about the table salt though. But anyway, in the grocery store and most of the shelves, and 95% of the food that contains preservatives and additives and colorings, a lot of these things are derived by petroleum products. They're mixed with chemicals to make them last. They'll advertise them that you can come eat this stuff. It's really good. It's designed to get to your taste buds. It tastes really nice. But 95% of that crap in the store is just no damn good for you. It's not good for the human body. 95% of what you find in the grocery store is just not good for you. Just a fact. Let's narrow it down to the produce section. But even in the produce section, when you look at how these farmers, these corporations build these farms, and they use pesticides on the foods. And then when they're spraying the orchards, they're spraying it with pesticides. And the pesticides are heavy metals, and those heavy metals go into the soil. When they go into the soil, they stay in the soil. They stay in the soil for many hundreds of years, but they continue to harvest the food, the apples and the peaches and the pears and everything. And then they want to genetically modify the food. There's always something they're doing to the food, and they're putting it on the store shelves, and you're supposed to go there and you're supposed to buy it. So you're buying this food. This food is laced with toxins. It's all laced with toxins. And you go to any major city and you look at America. Americans are getting fat. Why do you think they're getting fat? Because they're eating food. If it's so good for you, why are you getting fat? You're eating toxic food that your body can't get rid of. It struggles to get rid of these things, but it tastes so damn good. Toxic food tastes really good. It makes your taste buds come alive because the chemists and the scientists know how to make that happen. You mix sugar and you mix salt together. You put it with fat and put it on your tongue. It tastes good. But when it's a chemical that has been stripped of all nutrition and has no nutritional value, then it begins to erode your body when you put it in there. Tastes really good when you're doing that, but that's what it's doing. Toxic in the grocery store. I'm still in the grocery store, and what's happening in there and all that food. So so much of it in the grocery store. I'm not trying to scare anybody from eating. I can't do that. I still go there, but I really think about everything I eat because I'm trying to keep toxins out of my body. Inside the grocery store, any major of the major chains, you also find the pharmacy. 100% toxic chemicals. 100% toxic chemicals. I don't even need to go too far on that. Look up John D. Rockefeller. Look at the story of John D. Rockefeller and the pharmaceutical industry. I don't want to get into any big major. Then you look, there's no argument. Nobody. I wouldn't argue with anybody about what's good or what's bad for you. It doesn't even make sense. You know, I'm talking about what'll keep your body alive is getting toxins out. I'm detoxing. We detoxing. I'm trying to tell you these things so you know when you're detoxing, this is what you're detoxing from. Getting all this stuff out of your body because it's destroying you. So we got Tuskegee and the pharmaceuticals and the groceries and the chemtrails. And this falls under pharmaceuticals, the vaccines. That's everything I mentioned is just a whole chapter in itself. Can go on for days talking about this stuff and all of the horrors and the history of these things. It's absolutely astounding that these things take place, but this is what humans do to other humans. Toxins. We're still talking toxins. Remember Flint, toxic water. Let's just poison people. Look, the the hospital industry loves it when you're poisoned because they make a lot of money when you are sick and you go there from one toxic dump to another. How do we even survive this? I don't even know. I mean, look at how we die. Look at how our families die. We don't make it very far. They'll say, "Oh, but our lifespans are getting longer." Fucking lies. It's amazing we can even survive with the amount of toxins we are bombarded with daily. And just the toxic environment of entertainment, movies, much of the crap that they put out. It's ridiculous how they're able to manipulate the population by these movies. But we won't get into that. That's a whole nother video and a series in itself when you get into all of the psychology of movies and what's going on with that subliminal seduction and on and on and on. Toxic education. Toxic education. Education that educates you into being foolish with your life, that teaches you to do stupid things with your life, that teaches you to do dangerous things to your life, that teaches you to eat things that you shouldn't be eating, and teaches you that it's good for you as you're doing it. America's always done this. Look up the Perry Como commercials when he was advertising Lucky Strike filters. LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Remember that cigarette? Perry Como said, and it's good for you. Tobacco, we all know it kills. Everybody knows now it kills. It's a deadly substance. You keep sucking it down, pretty soon it eats your body up, you die. Doesn't stop a lot of my coworkers from going out every day at break time and lunchtime. Cigarettes. And you're taught these things are good. We were taught that milk builds strong bone. Yeah, milk is toxic. It leaches the calcium from your body. And then later in life, you start losing your teeth because the thinnest bone is around your teeth. And when you lose the bone around your teeth get loose. The food gets down in there, and then the dentist says, "Oh, if we clean your teeth, you'll keep your teeth." He's lying. You can't keep your teeth if you're drinking milk. It erodes the bone around your teeth. That's why your gums recede, because milk is one of those things, along with white flour, white sugar. It leaches the minerals like the calcium from your body. It leaves your body. This is what's going on. That's why the dental industry loves for you to drink milk. Yeah, you drink that milk. You see your dentist 6 times, every once every 6 months, right? So you clean, and you clean, and he's telling you, "Yeah, yeah, we were gonna save your teeth. Oh, gotta pull that one. Oh, but we're gonna clean your teeth. We're gonna save the rest. Oh, but we gotta pull that one too. Well, but we're gonna keep cleaning it. Oh, no, 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 we're gonna lose that one. Oh no, you got a cavity over here. Oh my goodness, gotta do a root canal. Oh, we need to just grind this one down and start over. Put a bridge on that one, a cap on that one. Oh, you need some veneers. You're losing your fucking teeth because you're eating this fucking garbage. Excuse my expression. You're eating garbage and you're losing your damn teeth. And we were taught to eat this stuff. All of this food infiltrates all of our traditions and all of our holidays, and it's full of toxic substances that erodes the human body. This is what's going on, people. That's how toxic America is. And even though this is another whole volume set, religion, and I'm not going to even pinpoint one. Um, I've spent many, many years studying religion, all the religions, whatever I can get my hands on. I want to know about them all. I want to understand these things. What's going on? What are they talking about? What are their beliefs? What are their doctrines? Do they wish me to be dead? For me to disappear? Or for me to shut up? For me to not know? Do they think that I should blindly follow all of this nonsense that they tell me, that everybody's been in my face telling me I should follow this or follow that? You got to be Christian or you got to be Muslim, or whatever. I'm so offended constantly by religious people wanting to indoctrinate me into their religion, which is theirs is the best. Theirs is the only true one. They always say that. But yet, in my book, you can trace them all back to one location. So I've already done that, and decided, okay, you know what, I'm not into the religion thing. I don't follow people blindly. I follow me. I follow my own thoughts and my own questions. When I have questions that need answers, I continue my whole life until I find the answer to those questions. And my questions are always about what's been going on thousands of years before these religions came into existence, and before a lot of these things took place. What happened before the pyramids were built? That's what I want to know. Can we know those things? Can we find out? Well, anyway, we're on toxins, and as you can see, if you really think about it, there's so many toxins in our society, and the only way to heal yourself is to rid yourself of the toxins. That's how it's done. That's how it works. And so this is my first part of America, or how toxic is America. And I think I might even do a part two, because there's so much more. I'll make another list and we'll talk a little bit more and see if I can share a little bit more. And then as I continue this series on toxins, there's got to be a part about, well, what do you do about it? And then we'll talk about ways to detox your body, which is like huge. If you can get it out, you can live a little longer and healthier and think clearer, and it'll be wonderful for everybody if we can do that, because then we can really realistically learn to love and care about each other and appreciate our existence here. That's what it's about. It's about being a better person. It's about being a better human. It's about contributing to the world and not taking away. It's about becoming more godlike in your existence. It's about caring about something. It's not about being negative all the time and wanting to destroy people and tear people down. We've had enough of that. It's time for it to stop. It's time for us to stop doing these things to each other. It's time that this planet grows up and we start doing things properly and we start behaving properly and learning to care about each other. There's enough pain in this world. We understand the pain, and out of this pain, we need to grow. We need to grow in leaps and bounds, and we need to once again regain what has been lost to all of us. And it's the right to exist in a world that is not constantly eating us up and trying to destroy us. We have so much more advancement to go and so much more to live for than people realize. But we won't realize it if we keep eating toxic food and living in toxic environments. And it's not going to be an easy battle, but it can be fought and it can be won. And if we do this, and if we do this together, believe me, we will all survive together. Peace. Part two's coming.